What is peace? Is it that quiet hush that falls at the end of the day when the phone stops ringing, when the emails stop coming, and the kids stop crying? Is it that sense of peace and security you have when the bills are all paid and the retirement fund is filling up at a sufficient pace? Is it that feeling of calm and relaxation you get while you listen to your favorite music or watch your favorite movie? Is it that harmony that you have in your home when everyone is getting along? These things are not necessarily excluded from the Bible's concept of peace. However, the Bible's concept of peace is much bigger, better, and broader than that. The English word for peace, and in particular the Arabic word salam, comes from the Hebrew word shalom. So let's consider what the Bible says about peace. One way to think of the biblical concept of peace is to picture everything all throughout creation being exactly as God meant it to be. Everything and everyone always enjoying a state of wholeness, happiness, and harmony. The prophet Moses describes how the world was like that when God first created it, and he does so in the first 2 chapters of the first book of the Bible. He describes how the world was pervaded by peace. The entire world was a paradise in which perfect peace reigned. Plant life flourished. Trees were laden with low-hanging fruit. Animal life abounded with birds sweetly singing and animals romping, running, and roaming. The entire creation declared the glory of God. There were majestic mountain peaks and low valleys. There were dense forests and open fields. Sunrises and sunsets, all alike, declared the glory of God. And then the crown of God's creation was Adam and Eve, the first human couple, his image bearers. The first human couple enjoyed peace in all 4 fundamental relationships they had. They enjoyed being in the presence of God and enjoyed the privilege of walking with God in the Garden of Eden. Their relationship with each other was marked by uninterrupted harmony. Happiness marked every moment as they talked, worked, laughed, and played. As individuals, they enjoyed a sense of health and wholeness on the physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual levels, and experienced perpetual peace within their own hearts. Their relationship with creation, which they were caretakers of, was marked by joy and delight. They worked in God's garden, and this too was a deeply satisfying pleasure. It's been said, get a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's the way it was for Adam and Eve. They enjoyed abundant prosperity. They experienced the purest of pleasures. God looked at this world that he had made, and 7 times he declared it is good. And the 7th of those 7 times, he said, it is very good. 7 symbolizes perfection in the Bible. And this was God's way of saying everything from top to bottom, from east to west, is absolutely perfect and filled with shalom. King Solomon's reign symbolized this kind of peace. Solomon's name means peace. And 1 Kings 4 tells us that during his reign, the people of Judah and Israel were as numerous as the sand on the seashore. They ate, they drank, and they were happy. During Solomon's lifetime, Judah and Israel lived in safety, everyone under their own vine and under their own fig tree. That's the biblical concept of peace. Everything all throughout creation, always the way God meant it to be. Everything and everyone enjoying continuous happiness and harmony. And that's how the world was when God first created it. Peace pervaded every square inch of the world. God's world was the home of Shalom.